Here we go again, some more fishing, probably some more teeth, hopefully some big teeth today with some mackerel. We're going to go right out there, very fast, hopefully get some big Spaniards on board.
This is the Mackerel Islands, mate, so I guess we better get you a Mac so you can tell everyone you've been here and actually caught one.
Have they got any teeth?
Mate, they have got some teeth, yeah, so don't put your fingers near the mouth.
So how are we going to rig up for them then?
Mate, easy rig. First thing I'm going to get you to do is blow up a party balloon, because we're going to have a mackerel party.
Okay.
So have that one.
No, I don't like green.
Don't like green? Well, take your pick.
Oh, party pack.
Party pack.
Red, because they go faster.
Okay.
Everything, you can have them.
Alright, away they go.
You want to blow this up?
Blow it up while I'm talking to the folks at home. Yeah, now, simplest rig of all, part of it we've made earlier, and that is one big hook. Chemically sharpened's good, so they got that nice sharp point on the end. And I've just put a bit of clear wire all the way up to a loop at the end. Next, attach it to clip swivel, clip it up. That's it, that's the hook section of today's events. Next thing, we get a very light piece of mono. I'm only using 4 pound. And there's a very good reason for this that I'll show you in a minute. Tie up. The old uni knot.
Never fails, mate.
Never fails.
So the reason why that's £4, do we want that to snap off?
That's exactly right, mate.
So who's going to get the balloon?
Well, you can have the balloon, but the mackerel's probably going to take it. I'm using probably about 60 centimetres because I want the live bait that we're going to use, which is the live queenfish we caught earlier.
Oh yeah.
I want them to swim about 1 metre under the surface, and that's what we're going to do. So
there's your balloon.
There's the balloon. Let's tie them on there without cutting it in half.
Now I've heard some people in Australia, they use helium in balloons.
They do, mate, and the reason they use helium is to skip baits on the surface if they're fishing off cliffs like Quabbra or Steep Point, but we don't want to do that. Okay. The reason we're using a balloon and not a float is I want the wind to take the balloon out there behind us.
Oh yeah.
Get it away from the boat, and what it acts is not just a float but an indicator that something's going to happen. What we'll see is when the fish gets stressed, the balloon will start shaking around and then head off into the distance, and that's what we want, mate. So let's hope our balloons head off into the distance.
So it's like float fishing.
It's just like float fishing, but for a much bigger fish, mate.
Absolutely, not on the canal in England.
Not on the canal in England. Okay, so the party balloons are in place, but before the guests of honour showed up, we thought we'd try a bit of bottom fishing. And what better place than this to play a game of guess what the heck this is?
Finger mark. A big one.
That's a beauty. Have a look at that.
Hello.
That is the tastiest fish you will catch today.
How about that? That looked nice on the bathroom wall. Beautiful finger mark. That's where you put your fingers there, look. Looks like a love bite fish. Now, just been told, this little critter is a Spanish flag. So, buenos dias, senor. Welcome to Australia. Beautiful stripes. That's why they call them the Spanish flag. Aren't they sensational?
Like most Spanish food, these things are fantastic eating, and big mackerel agree. Spanish flags are my choice as the #1 mackerel bait, and I've never had one last longer than 10 minutes up here before getting nailed. So while Marshy was busy pulling more fish off the bottom, I stole his dinner and sent it out under a balloon.
Have a look at that.
True to form, the local Macs didn't even wait for the Spanish flag to get more than 50 feet from the boat before they had a big go at it, but something just didn't feel right. Well, I put the hook there. It probably should have been there. That's what a Spanish mackerel will do to the Spanish flag. Chomp!
Now, whether I'm trout fishing in England or here in Australia, I've got this little bit of a tradition happening. Silver coin, doesn't matter what it is. This is just a 10-cent piece. What I do, give it a kiss, throw it in. You're guaranteed a good day's fishing.
Marshy wasn't wrong there. As soon as his bait hit the bottom, the gold spot trevally shook the squid from his hook and ate it off the reef floor. Not realising his bait was gone, he struck, and then an amazing thing happened. The sinker was attacked repeatedly as if it was a small fish. What better example of why lures work than this? We let him in on the joke, and he sent some more bait down there. It didn't get halfway to the bottom before something powerful grabbed it and showed us a few knots that even we didn't know as it tied our rigs together.
Bit of nip in there. Yep. Oh, a nice spotted trevally there. Gold spot, beautiful. Oh yes.
Like all trevally, the gold spot is a tough fighter and okay to eat, but we released it to fight another day.
There you go. See you later. Well, I just dropped the bait over the side. It didn't even have a chance to hit the bottom, and I didn't even have a chance to engage the reel. And it took off like a steam train, and I'm getting some colour on him now. And yeah, wow, these little rods are certainly, yeah, it's a Spaniard.
With so many mackerel starting to come around the boat, we decided to abandon the bottom fishing and start a troll around the coral bommies or lumps in the area. As a rule, mackerel love to hang around any structure in 15 to 20 metres of water that comes up a few metres off the bottom, and you shouldn't bother trolling around flat ground as the reef seem to attract them like a beacon. It's a little known fact that mackerel will chase reef fish right into caves, and some bommies up here have 10 or 15 fish around them. As soon as we found the first lump, we struck mackerel almost straight away. As soon as we went over that coral bommy, my spoon went off. It went for a couple of short runs, so it could be a small mackerel, it's not huge. Now the last thing you want to do now is to just wrench it on board, because it's what we call green, full of life. If I bring